Hello, welcome to Lemon Studios, where we talk anything and everything in entertainment. I'm, of course, Lemon himself, Zeke Lemon, and this is my review/theories on the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. Now, before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way, shall we? I'm going to need you to leave a like, comment below, let me know your thoughts on the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer and some of the theories you may have, and of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I would greatly appreciate that. Now, with all that out of the way, let's talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, first things first, I want to talk about my hype excitement for this movie, and that is that, you know, before the teaser trailer came out, I was looking forward to it. Like, I enjoyed the first two Deadpools, but with it, like most people, I am in a phase of superhero fatigue. I think it really started with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, where like I was just struggling, not struggling because I always look forward to every movie I go see. I was just like, I just didn't have the excitement that I once had when I was like going into No Way Home, when I was going into a WandaVision, when I was going into Endgame. I mean, nothing's gonna match that Endgame excitement, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's not just Marvel flicks, it was the same way with DC movies too. Like, I would just be struggling to get excited or get how I was once excited to go see a superhero flick. And the same thing was happening with this movie too, because one, was Disney really going to let Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool be Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool that we've come to know and love, or it's going to be a little toned down? Because, you know, you don't mess with the mouse. You just don't. And, you know, with how they've been doing the multiverse saga, it could get convoluted. They changed writers and all this stuff. It was just a lot of hesitancy on my part due to everything that was happening before it. Now, I don't hate Phase 4 and Phase 5. I actually like them. I like them I like those phases a lot more than other people do. But I am like most people, Phase 4 and Phase 5 has died me out a little bit, where again I am struggling to get fully excited that I once did for a superhero flick in general. But when that teaser trailer came out, I was like, okay, it looks like they might actually let him do it. And then this trailer came out, and now my excitement is way up there. It is up there with like two of my most anticipated, which is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is one of them, and Sonic the Hedgehog 3. This is probably my top three for the rest of the year now, or I guess top two, since Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes comes out in a couple weeks. But yeah, like I am genuinely super excited, and it feels so good to be able to say that about a superhero flick again, because I haven't had that in a really long time. Even Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, I was having a hard time finding that excitement again. And Spider-Man is my #1 dude, no matter who's in the mask. So the fact that Deadpool brought that out of me is very nice to see. But let's get into some of the theories and some of the things I think is going to happen. Now, starting with the opening with Logan in the bar. Now, I did look at the scene that I thought this was from, and it does look like a completely different bar. So this is probably not true. But I would be really excited if this was the same scene, pretty much, of when it's X-Men First Class, and maybe Professor X and Professor X and Magneto, sorry, come in to see him. Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy come in. He says "fuck off." They get out, and then Deadpool comes in with a high peanut like that. I think that would be pretty exciting. But I did look at the two scenes. It does not look like that's going to be it. That just probably looks like the TVA bar, maybe. Because it does look like most of this movie, judging by the trailers, is taking place within, I forgot what it's called, the void of when you get pruned in the TVA and you're stuck in this thing with the 20th Century Fox logo. And it also looks like in the background as well, you can see the Columbia Pictures logo as well, which will also be pretty funny. And that is mainly taking place there, so I could see it as a TVA bar. I don't know, because when he pulls them in and they're like, well, this Wolverine really messed up the world, and I thought it would be the one from First Class because, you know, the Fox timeline's all messed up. There's like 3 different timelines within that. They did the Dark Phoenix storyline twice. You could pick between 3 different Wolverines, and it's still, you know, not gonna hurt the ending of Logan. So I do think this is a Logan that we do somewhat know, but how does he have the suit? It is probably a different Logan completely, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it is a Logan that we do somewhat know in some form, shape, or way, where the timeline does shift a little bit, maybe after First Class, or what have you. And some of the jokes I think that's going to come out from this movie as well. I do not remember the villain's name, which is not confirmed. It just looks like it's Magneto's evil twin sister, and it does. I could see some jokes where they could cater to the woke army, with those people like, oh, they're just making every guy or girl now. I could see them making some jokes about that, poking some fun at that type of audience who does feel that type of way, because it's Professor X's twin sister, who is not really a main primary character from my understanding, because me as a casual audience member of X-Men, I don't recall her whatsoever, but I did see that online that a lot of people think it's her. Did see the Ant-Man's face is a base for them, because you see the skull under the mask and they just use that. Like, that's freaking crazy. And I do think we're going to see some other people from other movies. I do think we may see Jennifer Garner as Elektra in there. We could see Ben Affleck as Daredevil, because when they were going through the portal, whoever that is, if it's Doctor Strange or Wong or Madison with a Y, but it's not where you think. And they are going to travel through different timelines. But I do think the base of the movie is going to be on that 20th Century Fox logo. Basically, look, guys, I'm really looking forward to this movie. Looks very exciting. I can't wait to see all the Easter eggs and see the much smarter people than me talk about it as well. And yeah, it just feels good. It feels very good to be genuinely excited for a Marvel movie again. Now, I do see a lot of people thinking this is going to make $1 billion. I don't know about that, especially with the R rating. And again, there are people who are like me, and this trailer ain't going to do that for them, where the superhero excitement is just not there anymore. It has gotten me back for a little bit here. I also do think Marvel does need to go more in this type of direction. You don't need to make every project rated R. You just need to be more mature with it. I think we are in need of an attitude era when it comes to Marvel, and maybe Deadpool can be the Stone Cold Steve Austin as the name and face of it. That's the other thing. Marvel needs to find its name and face of the company. They had their Hulk Hogan with Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, or Captain America, depending on how you go about it. Maybe Robert Downey Jr. was more Roddy Piper. But now you need to find your next face. You had a chance with Shang-Chi, I think. But that's just not gonna work anymore. It's too long to do the sequel now for him to still be a primary figure. And I think an attitude era where, we mainly focus on the mutants. I do think after the multiverse saga, we're gonna have the mutant saga, and we're gonna take a break from the Avengers titles and the big team up movies, the event movies, if you will be the X-Men title ones, and then it'll just be mutant titles for a little bit until the Avengers come back, where maybe the final team up movie will be X-Men versus the Avengers. But hey, that's another video for a whole other time. But yeah, I do think Marvel needs to find its name and face of the company. It could be Deadpool as the Stone Cold Steve Austin. But again, you don't need every project to be rated R, just a little more mature and within that PG-13, just, pushing the boundaries a little bit. Maybe Deadpool can do that because he's so good with R. But yeah, comment below, let me know your thoughts on this trailer and where y'all think Marvel is heading for the future and some of your theories. Quiz me on it, because as y'all can tell, I'm not the smartest tool in the shed when it comes to these types of things, but I am excited and I do want to learn some more. So go ahead and hit that comment section. Do hit that like, and again, hit that subscribe button, as I am trying to grow into my YouTube career. We do a bunch of wrestling and a bunch of movie stuff on this channel. And that'll be it from me, guys, and I'll see you here next time at Lemon Studios.